All right. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Let me share the whiteboard again. All right. Remember, I spoke about two things yesterday. I spoke about these two areas of candlestick. I talked about the first one, which I said we call the BP. You remember the BP? Who can remind me? What's the DP? What's the BP? Remember I said not blood pressure, right? What's the BP? What's the BP? Anyone? Okay, thank you very much. Sorry, I'm just getting to see the chat. Yeah. Oh, can you hear me clearly now? Can you hear me clearly? All right. Buying pressure. Thank you. So what's the opposite of a BP? What's the opposite of a BP? SP. Thank you. Which is what? Selling pressure. Thank you very much, King Israel. Thank you, Basit. Thank you, guys. Okay, selling pressure. Now, let's represent these things. Yes, let's represent them. What we mean by selling pressure, buying pressure in the candlestick. These are the major things, though. In fact, that's what candlestick is all about. It tells you, see, candlesticks, they're like gossip of the market. They are the ones that tells you what's going on. Hey, come, you're welcome. See, before you go into the market right now, the buyers, they made a lot of orders. You see, the sellers actually were leading on, but now there's a pressure from the buyers, and now the sellers are being pushed out of the market gradually. You understand? Okay, your was it? What was that? Mine was it? What was that? Let me see what that means. Okay, okay, Jai. All right, you are mentioned now. All right. So um right, so the candlestick whispers to you that hey, come before you enter the market. This is what's going on right now. You see, the guys, they call buyers, they have a lot of money they are bringing to the market, and because of that, they are putting a lot of pressures on the sellers. Because of that, the sellers are being pushed out of the market right now. So the buyers are kind of gaining control. And then when you hear that, what do? You're like, okay, it's the buyer's time. Okay, wait for other conference. It's like I'm going with the buyers. And then when you enter with the buyers and then the trade start going up, you're now in profit, you're enjoying it, you're now in profit, the trade keeps giving on, and then it keeps moving on. The momentum is high, you're like, wow, take profit one, take profit two, take profit three. And then what happens? The candle start talking to you again. Hey, watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it. The sellers are back. And this time around, they are back with full force and they are taking over. How would you know that? How would the candle communicate with you? They communicate with the body and the wick. With the what? The body and the wick. The body and the wick. And how is that done? How is that done, guys? You see, the body of a candle, what is the body of a candle? Remember, this is the body of a candle, remember, right? The body of a candle, sorry, I'm trying to pick up my marker. The body, okay, with you. Okay, yeah, I'm on the razor, sorry. The body of a candle, this is the body of a candle. Okay, forgive the drawing. At least you understand what I'm saying. This is the body of a candle. Now, the bigger, the longer the body of a candle, the stronger the momentum. And the bigger, or the more pressure of the others. I mean, what I'm trying to say is this. The bigger the momentum, that translates to higher level of pressure of the others. So the other can be selling order or buying order. So when you see a candle stick without a wick, it simply signifies high level of momentum. And for those of us who remember in binary, there are sometimes the rules don't apply. Those times, I mean, at times whereby, normally there's a rule that if you are taking anytime before you take a trade, you don't take trades in motion. You only take trade at retest, isn't it? So which means until you see an opposite candle before what's it called? Before that's the previous candle must be an opposite candle. Okay, before the present candle, the real candle, You understand? So which means if it's an uptrend, you're expecting a green candle, but you can't take a green candle, you can't enter any green candle except you've seen a red candle, which means the red candle have come for a retest, then you enter the green candle, right? But when it comes to momentum, where you have a situation whereby the wicks are lost and it's full blown candle, most times you see the candles running on top of themselves. So most times, sometimes you take trades in between such markets without even waiting for a retest, and then you make it. You understand what I'm saying? So the candle tell the story. Listen to the candle very well. The candles are your guy. I mean, make the candle your friend, because they are the biggest gossip on the market. As a matter of fact, without the candles, no information, no communication, the trader will just be blank. So they tell the story. Now, how do they do that? Quickly, let me show you. I said something before. I said the candle determines the body of the candle determines how strong the momentum is. So the longer the body, the stronger the buying or selling pressure, depending on the trend. So if it's a downtrend and you see red candles that are full bodied, and with lesser wick, it means that the strength, the pressure of selling is very high. So you don't want to take any trade that is against that kind of pressure. You want to go in that trend. But if it's an uptrend now, if you see the green candles or the blue candles, they are either without wicks or they are very small, tiny wicks, meaning the pressure, the momentum is high. There's enough money from the buyers in the market. You don't want to go against that, right? Now, something I want to show you now that is very peculiar, which you should learn, is the length tells the story. Note that the length tells the story. You understand? Now, when you are trading, always watch the momentum of the candlestick. They tell the story. I'll show you something now. Let's see something that I know we're all familiar with. But this drawing may be very bad, but it's okay. You understand what I'm saying. You've seen it before several times. Okay. All right. Good. Let's see something. Now, whenever you see, remember this. Remember this. Okay, let me use the right color now, so you will know what I'm saying. Let me use the right color. The right color. Sorry. So remember this guy. Okay, sorry. Remember this one. What is this, guys? What is this? I want to see your answers. What is that? The green line at the bottom. What does it represent? God bless you, support. Another name for it is what? The floor, right? Then there's another line. Good. God bless you guys. That's why I like when I'm training with the like-minded people. I mean, like-minded people. It's easy, I don't have to stress. Now, remember this other guy? What is that called? The guy, the red guy. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Merci beaucoup tout le monde. The ceiling, resistance. Thank you, merci, merci. Thank you very much. Now, we know that when is this guy, when is the turn for this guy, when this guy is the one in play, this one, when he's the one in play, we are looking at what? What are we looking at? Are we looking at downtrend or an uptrend? When is the resistance? Is it the downtrend or uptrend that we're looking for? Downtrend, God bless you. We are looking to sell, yes, downtrend. And when is this other guy? When is this other guy? What are we looking for? Down and up? Up. God bless you. Yes. God bless you, Basil, Jais, and every other person, King Israel. Yes. God bless you guys, all of you. All right. Now, since we know this, now let's see. I want to say this and I want you to write it down. Never ever trade candlestick in the middle of a trend or in the middle of a trade, except at key levels. Write that down. Like someone posted today in the family group, he said, oh, this is like a cheat code. And then later said something good that see, that doesn't mean I'm saying that you trade only with candlesticks. So yes, you have to trade candlestick with confluence. When I say confluence, with other things and other consideration. So write it down. In fact, let me put it the right way. The only way to trade candlesticks, the only way you listen to the gossip of candlestick, the only areas where you target is what we call key levels. Another name for key levels is AOV, area of value. AOV, area of value. Never ever trade candlesticks in between trades. Only trade them at key levels. Okay? Now, I will explain key levels to you. Let me show you something. Let's start with the resistance. Now, let's see this guy. Okay? Right now, there's a guy called the support, the green guy, which is the green candle, which represents uptrend. So this guy on his way up, on his way up, on his way up. Now, as he was getting closer to the top, of course, it started with small week, maybe. Now forget. See, I'm having an issue with using my thumb to draw this, but no problem. You understand? Okay, let's say start like this. I want you to look at this. Let me just leave the weeks out of it. Now, the moment this guy gets here, the moment you see something here, you now see something different. Now, see what you see here. Now, the color here doesn't really matter. What matter is, so let's say it now gets here. Either it comes like this, either it comes like this. Okay, sorry, I'm coming. Let me put it in the right way so you get it clearly. All right. So let's say the first candle, the second candle, the third candle, the third one is here. Now, the other candle, that's the candle that follows this, is now like this, guys. With what? A long wick. What do you expect after this if you are trading? What is the next candle you see after this one? When you see something like that? The red candle. Jessica, thank you. Reversal, thank you. Reversal. Yes, red, red, red. Yes, Basit, King Israel. Thank you. Basit again is like you're just coming in. you're counting the scores, right? So thank you. So these are different names. I like you guys showing the different names. Now, do you know what is going on? Bearish, yes. Do you know what is going on here? The story, the candle is telling you a story. And what's the story here? What's the gossip? The candle is saying, oh, like a commentator, like you're watching a football. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it's the time for the green guys. The green guys are actually dribbling. They're taking the ball. They pass the ball to the next guy, and then to the next guy, and then to the next guy, and then as they're going, what happens? You know? Now they get to the resistance level, and then what happened? The seller comes into play. What did they do? They push the green guy. The green guy was here. Remember, the green candle starts from the bottom and goes to the top. So what happened? Thank you. The SP happened. The selling pressure. The seller said, "No, Oga, you have reached your level. We are going to push you back down." So this week you are seeing now is coming from the top down. Remember, the candle that opens at the top and closes at the bottom is the red candle. The candle that opens at the bottom and closes at the top is the green candle, right? Then what happens? They push it down. That means the seller has more pressure. This is the selling pressure. Thank you very much. This is SP. The moment you see an SP, what comes next after that? Ladies and gentlemen, the next candle is always the next candle that comes here now will now be red candle, and then the red candle, and then the red candle. Okay. Now in your chart, it may not be as perfect as it may be red candle, little green, but now it now becomes downtrend from here. Do you understand? But imagine what gave you the hint that this is happening. Confluence, not just the candlestick. What are the confluences? Let's check the confluences. The first confluence is what? Number one, the resistance. We know that resistance level is a key level, is the area of value. Okay. Number two is the candlestick formation. There's a longer wick at the top and a small body in the bottom, which means SP, selling pressure. When you match, so when you say SP plus RL, resistance level, equals a downtrend. Do you see? Thank you. That's what we call confluence. So you see, you don't just look at the candlestick alone to trade. It has to align with other things. Now you see this now, because number one, so this is what they call entry reason. Guys, if somebody tells you that, what are your entry reason? As in, why did you enter this trade for a sell? That's what are your entry reason. Tell them that number one, resistance level is to stop market from going up. You understand? And then when that happens, how would you know if how would you know if this resistance is actually doing its job of stopping the market from going up? By looking at the candlestick. The candlestick can tell you the information that, guys, right now the selling pressure is in. The sellers are putting pressure on the buyers and they're actually winning. And if the candle closes here, you understand, it means they won that fight. So the next one that will come is the power of the sellers, which means the sellers. So those are your two entry reasons. There could be other ones, but right now the one we are seeing is just these two. Hope you understand that. Now let's use the other one now. We're done with this. Let's talk about the support. Support. Now, when it comes to the support, okay, when it comes to support, so remember the red guys, they are their way down, coming down, coming down. And what happens here? Remember, this guy come from the top down, from the top down. Like the candle opens at the top and closes at the bottom, like this, right? Like that, like that. You know, comes down from the top down, right? Now here now, what happens? You now see a candle like this, a red candle that's like this. Sorry, small body and a longer wick. What is happening there? A BP is happening there. A BP and what? A support. So BP plus support level gives birth to what? A reversal of trend, green candle. Do you see what we call confluence now? Yes. Thank you. BP plus SL. Do you see it now? So why am I showing you this one? To remind you that when you are trading candlestick, even if the pattern is showing in between here or here, you don't take the trade yet, but it's just telling you that, oh, something's about to happen. But you wait till you get to a key level and you see the reaction of the last candle at the close of that candle that is touching the key level, then you now take your decision. That is why you listen to coaches, educators. They tell you that wait for the close of the candle, because you can't tell what will happen at the last minute of the candle until it closes. Then you know that decision has been made. Okay, so this is to prove to you that, or to remind you that, you only take the candlestick pattern strategy only at key level. Okay, now another thing I want to add to this before we go to the today's talk, which of course, you know, I've already mentioned it, the key levels. We'll be discussing the key levels today, which is support and resistance. That's all. And then we'll give a what's it called? Thank you. I need to take water. Give me a minute. 1 minute. Let me take some water. Yes, you're right about that. All right. Thank you. Yes, it's dry. I'm telling you, an itchy voice. All right. So now, I want to give you some advice. Okay. What are the advices? There may be few of them. Number one, I always said first one, which is what? Only focus on candlesticks at key levels. Key levels. Now, key levels can be trend lines, support and resistance. Okay, we'll talk about trend lines later. Of course, that one is easy part. Don't worry about that. I think that will round up with the trend lines. Okay, so most of us already know support and resistance, right? Which is the floor and the ceiling. Then trend lines. Those are areas where you take where you focus on your candlestick patterns. I mean, the candlestick patterns only matters at those levels. You understand? So that is why when you are trading, okay, never focus on them in between trades. Even if they have not gotten to a key level yet, you wait for it to get there. You know, there are sometimes you see a trade. Let me give you an instance. There are sometimes you see a market, okay, that you see a market. Let's say you see a market going green, and you are like, this thing is going, it's going. Should I enter? Should I enter? You know, you don't want to miss the momentum. Some of you jump in and then you enter, and then the reverses on you. Now, no matter how sweet it looks, so long it has taken off from a key level and you miss that key level, you wait to get to another key level. That is why when I'm trading, for those of you who have seen my chart, especially when I'm trading gold, you see, at least some of you have seen the chart. I set my stop loss, take profit, all those things. I don't set them anywhere except key levels. And I don't take my trades unless they get to key level. No matter how good the trade is, I will wait to get to another key level before I take a decision. You understand? It helps you a lot. It helps you a lot. Do you know the funnest part? Consolidating market is not a good market to take. But do you know that sometimes if you know your key, if you know how to use your key levels and all that, and you are patient, but the only problem with consolidating market is you have to stay with your phone, watching the market going up and down. You take it when it's going up, you take it when it's going down. But I don't advise it because it's stressful. But you can make a lot of money with it. I mean, with that market in one day on gold, a lot of us turned as in see somebody making $1,000, like $1,000+ only on consolidating market. You can imagine. I mean, just recently, thousands of dollars, turning amount, accounting to double, 200%, 100%. But I don't advise it because it was very stressful. We couldn't leave the market. I mean, we're just looking at it going. So 5 minutes candle will come, the next one, you take it here, and then before you know, so it's not. So that's why it's good to take a trendy market, and remember the key levels. Okay, the next advice I want to say is it's actually in line with key. What's it called? It is in line with what we're talking about, which is candlesticks, but it's not a topic that we're discussing right now, which is time frame. Time frame. Time frame matters too. Let me tell you one thing about time frame. In line with candlestick, the higher the time frame, the stronger the candlestick pattern will have effects and predictable. The lower the time frame, the weaker the candlestick patterns will matter. So that is why you see that when people are taking, when it comes to forex, not binary now. When it comes to forex, you analyze your trade. I mean, you check the trend of the market on the bigger time frame. Then you come to the middle time frame, which is the big time frame, to analyze your market. While you take your entry at the lowest time frame. So let's say sometimes people choose, depending on what kind of trade they are taking, maybe intraday or scalping. If it's scalping, you see people go for 4 hours, 1 hour. They check the trend of the trade of the market on 4 hours. Then they do the analysis on 1 hour and they take their entries on 15 minutes for scalping. For intraday, they do the analysis, they check the trend of the market on 1 day to know the overall trend. Then they do the analysis on 4 hours and they take trade on 1 hour. You understand? So you use 3 time frames like that. The reason they do that is any decision you take on the middle one, which is the 4 hours, like if you are going for intraday, based on candlestick, it will force an effect on the lower time frame. But if you take it on the lower time frame, the higher time frame will distort that idea and it may affect you. Because sometimes you see a downtrend on the 15 minutes, but it's actually an uptrend in 1 hour. Anyway, sorry, don't let us go into time frame. I'm just telling you that, well, as long as candlesticks are concerned, just know that the higher the time frame, the more valid and stronger the candlestick pattern will affect or will give you what you want. Just note that down. But in future, you understand better, you use them. Then last but not the least, advice. Last but not the least advice is you don't take candlestick pattern alone. You combine it with other technical analysis. A confluence of that gives you what you're looking for. What do we mean by that? So let's say you are looking at the candlestick. Remember, like I just showed you now. You can't, okay, we just took candlestick idea now, but we have to add it with what? The key levels, resistance and support level. And when you add candlesticks pattern with that's the BP, the buying pressure plus the resistance, the buying pressure plus the support gives you what? Gives you uptrend. The selling is the pressure plus the resistance gives you what? A downtrend. You see now that's the confluence. It means when you add 2 things together, whatever they bring to you is what you should take. Now you can use candlesticks along with moving average. You can that's the crossover of moving average. We'll get to that. Those are indicators. You can use it along with your trend line. You can use it along with Fibonacci too. You can use it along with what else we have? Anything that you think is available in the market, but you can't just use it alone. Okay, we'll get to that. Those ones are things that we'll discuss in the chat. We'll look at those charts. For examples, like I gave you an assignment now. I'll do the same. Just go and check the confluence. Okay, at the end of this, we'll talk about the confluence. Okay, that's that. Now, to round this up now, I want to show us something. I think I've already mentioned it. Okay, when trading, always watch the momentum of the candlestick and all that. I think based on that, so this is the last part. This is the last thing we'll be talking about, the candlesticks. So assignment on that now. I want you to take this down. An assignment on this candlestick, okay? Now, based on what I've just said today, okay, what I've just said now, right? I want you to, after this class, Okay, you go back to the chart like we did yesterday. We now check. I want you to be spotting out a you'll be spotting out. Okay, I'll give you this assignment at the end of this because I have to tell you what key levels are. So we are going to key levels now, which we're talking about. Um, we're talking about support and resistance. Okay, support and resistance. I love this part because it's very interesting. Okay, it's very interesting. We're talking about support and resistance because when we say key levels now, in line with candlesticks, if you don't know what key levels are, it won't be like it will be an injustice like to you, like if you're just talking about key levels and you've not been shown what key levels are. Now I know a lot of you already know support and resistance, but maybe the way we talk about it tonight, you see other areas to it as well. Okay, are we good to go? Are we good to go? If you are good to go, put a 7 in the chat box. If you are good to go, put a 7 in the chat box. All right, 7. That's good. Yes, 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 yes. There's something. 1 minute, please. There's something I actually forgot before I leave this candlestick. There's something I forgot, and I don't want to forget that thing. It's very important. Okay, now there are some pattern. Yeah, there are some pattern that I want to add to this whole thing now that you should look out for. This pattern are very common. Okay, this pattern are very common. Their names may not don't matter. Don't worry about the names. But just look at this pattern. I want to add this pattern to what we've been talking about. Let me add this pattern because you see them. We'll be seeing them even tonight when we go to resistance and support. We'll talk about them. Okay. So the first one is called. I don't want to be using their name, so you'll be cramped. You don't think maybe you have to cramp them, but anyway, let's just use them for. So they call any. We call this one 3-line strike. 3-line strike. 3-line strike. 3-line strike. Candlestick pattern. So it's called 3-line strike candlestick. This CS now candlestick pattern. Okay, CSP candlestick pattern. What are 3-line style? 3-line strike candlestick pattern. I will show you. Not really. It's just about when you talk about like a subsequent candle that's in a certain direction. Like when you have 3 candles arranged together, one after the other, in a particular direction. Okay, and then it's now ending with an opposite candle that is very long. Let me show you. For example, let's say you have a red candle. Okay, let's look at the red candle coming to the support line. The first red candle. I will show you what it means. This is what it means. You have this candle. The next candle. The third one. Hitting the support area now. They now have a big red candle coming up here. This is a 3-line strike candlestick pattern for a bullish trend. So if you see this one, what do? You know that this is a bullish trend. What do you do after this? You put your stop loss. You start from here. You put your trade here. Okay. You take your profit upward, and your stop loss must be a little bit below this one, which means this trade is about to go up. So if the candle keep building up, and then you take your profit at the top. This is a 3-line strike. So these are 3 lines. These are the 3 lines. Yes, these are 3 lines. Okay. So it's simply explained when you have a particular candle, a directional candle, whether downtrend or uptrend, arranged together like these short ones, and they come to hit a key level like a support, and then the 4th candle that will come after that will be a very long green candle. That long green candle is called, don't let me be talking about their name. They use a name for it, Marbuzo or something like that, but don't forget about the name. Don't use the name. Just look at the pattern and understand. Okay. Now, on the area of resistance, it happens too. We have 3-line strike for resistance area. And how does that happen? So you see a green candle, 3 green candles, short candles, another one, and this one coming to the resistance, and then you see a very big red candle. What do? Your stop loss will start from here. little bit above this line, the key level. You go, stop loss must always be above the key level or below the key level, depending on the case. If it's a support below, you know. So in case there's going to be a spike, to take you out of your, because the key level will stop there to take you out of your trade. But if it passes the key level, it's okay for it to take you out, meaning the trend is about to change and you don't want that on your money. Okay, then this place will now be your take profit downwards. The moment you see a candle like this, 3 green candles going to the resistance area and the red one, big one coming downward like this, that is what 3-line strike. Always watch out for this one. These are three, but if you know only these ones, I'm telling you, you are already good to go with your candlestick pattern. I mean, you don't need to know all the candlestick pattern actually. You only need the one that will give you money. You understand? Now, another one I want you to learn is, these are another thing you learn about candlestick pattern. Anytime you see multiple rejections, is another thing. So, you know, we're talking about candlestick pattern that you should focus on that tells you the trend. Okay, you can't hear me clearly again. How about now? That should be the network. Is it that I'm breaking or it's not audible enough? Which one is it? So I will know whether it's the earphones or okay, you can now. Good, thank you. Okay, you can hear me now. All right, guys, I hope you're writing this down. The first thing you look out for, the first sign, okay? That's it. You throw shit a lot. All right. So the first thing you look at is what 3-line strike, candlestick pattern, right? Anytime you see them, that's a reversal sign. So that's another gossip. The candle is telling you that, hey, there's going to be a reversal, right? The second one you look for is when you see multiple rejections. What is multiple rejection? What are multiple rejections? Quickly, let me show you. So let's see this trade. When we talk about key levels now, remember these things must happen at key level. That one is already registered, right? So if you see market coming to the top, candles coming to the top like this, see this one? It's coming to the top, coming to the top. And when it gets here, what happened? What did you notice here? You see a long wick at the top, and then you see the green. So do you know what that means? That means when it got to this resistance area, there's a rejection. Anytime you see wicks at the, like this with the candle, meaning this line, this resistance is rejecting this buying candle. So it's, and the rejection means the sellers are pushing it back, that you can't go. They reject it. So what happened after that rejection? You see a red candle to come down. And then after the red candle, another green candle comes again to want to pass again. And then what happens? You see another rejection. When you see multiple rejections like this, know that there's going to be a reversal, meaning the trade will not pass here. It has to go down. That's another way to know. So you see, anytime you see plenty wicks at the key level, that is a rejection. That means the trade, the market is about to reverse. That's number 2 ways of using the candlestick to your profits. I hope you understand that. If you get this point, can you put or 2 in the chat box? If you get the second point, put a 2 in the chat box. You see them when we go into the chat. If you get this number 2, okay, good. All right, that's why I said you put a 2 at number 2. All right, I should come again. Okay, come again. All right. For the number 2, right? For the number 2. Okay, I said, you know, I told you the first thing. And this, you can put it like, I mean, what I'm saying is this, that how to use the candlestick to profit you in the market. That's meaning how to use the candlestick to know when there's going to be a reversal. And talk about the first one. Whenever you see 3-line strike candlestick pattern, where I showed you 3 support lines coming to the support area or the resistance area, when they come and then they touch the support area and then the big opposite candle shows up, that means the trend has changed. So you have to follow the trend. Now, this second one is saying that when you see multiple rejections, and what do we mean by multiple rejections? Let me go again so you understand. You know, when we talk about the resistance, you're talking about a candle, green candle, which is a buying candle going up, is having its journey going up. You know, they are coming up. And as soon as they get here, what happened? They try to get to this line and pass this line. As soon as they get here, what happened? You see a wick. And then you see a small body of the green candle. Anytime you see a wick at the key level, like this at the resistance coming down at the top, when the wick is at the top, meaning this resistance line is giving power to the sellers to push this buyer down. So he's pushing them down that, oh, guy, you cannot pass. So that wick is showing that this guy has been here before, but has been pushed down that he can't pass. Now, when that happens, it means the next candle will be red, right? Remember that anytime you see that rejection, maybe the next candle now is red, going downwards to pick another, to gather momentum. After gathering the momentum, another green candle comes again. to go up again. And as you get here again, another rejection, weeks again, which means this is the second rejection. The more rejection you see at this line, the stronger this line. The stronger this line, then the more it's telling you that there's going to be a reversal. Maybe at the third one, you will now see a very strong downtrend. It has to go back to another key levels to gather power. And where will it go? It will come back to support to gather power. So here now, the moment, so what I'm saying is this: how do you profit from this? The candlestick is telling you that, hey, be ready to buy, be ready to sell, because this rejection is telling you that this thing is about to go down. So go and sell this market now. You understand? So when you sell from here, your take profits will be around the next key level, because you know the next key level is a support, which means as it's coming down to, it can also be stopped by the next key level to go up again. So instead of you wasting your money, you just put your take profit before the key level, so you can already go out of the market before the reversal happens again. Reversal only happens at key levels, and what would let you know that there's going to be a reversal is the addition of your candlestick pattern plus the key levels, right? So I'm not showing you the patterns you should look out for at every key levels that will let you know quickly that there's going to be a reversal, so you can take advantage of it. So we are calling them profit-making candlestick patterns. Am I making any sense now? Especially to those who were thrown out by the network and etc. If I'm making sense, say yes, yeah. Okay, good. Now, so remember the journey has changed now, right? Good. Now the journey has changed now. So good. So after this rejection, what happened? This guy is saying, oh boy, they don't allow us pass. So let's go and gather more power. Let's go and meet our brothers to give us more power to come up. You know, these are buyers, right? The buyers get their strength from support area, right? So to come down, they have to go like a red guy. So they are now red. So they are their way down now. So look at it here. So they are coming down. Look at them. They are coming down, coming down. And as it's coming down, this red want to come down and pass. They want to put support. Support say, you boy, you know if you pass. So what do you see here now? You now see another type of this week, long week. That long week can even pass through the support. It means the red guy has passed through support. They sent back, oh boy, this border you cannot pass. You don't have what it takes to pass. So they push it back. You see the difference now? Here, the wick is at the top. Here, the wick is at the bottom. When you see the wick at the bottom, this is called BP. Remember, the buying pressure. When you see the wick at the top, this is selling pressure. So the buyers are now saying, oh boy, you cannot pass. The same thing that happened at the top. Then what happens? The moment the buyer says you cannot pass, then it goes up as a green candle, as if it's going up, but it's not actually going up yet. Okay, sorry about my drawing. Let me clean this one. Okay, so this is the support now. So it goes back as a green candle. Then it comes again to try and pass again, second time. It gets here again, the same thing happen. Rejection. Anytime you see weak like that, rejection. So when you see multiple rejection, what does that mean again? It means this is about to go up. So the market is the candlestick is telling you the gossip that, oh boy, you need to buy now. Buy now. What do you see again? You see another trend going up. This is how to use the second type of pattern, which is the multiple candlesticks rejection. When you see a multiple candlestick rejection at the key levels, whether support or resistance, is another suggestion to you that, hey, you need to take a decision that is different from what you are following before. That's number 3. Is that number 3? No, number 2. The first one is 3 line strike. The second one is multiple rejections. Let's go to the third one. I hope you are writing these things, because anyway, thank God that it's recorded. I may not remember how I said them again, but I still know that, that I said them, but I'll just, all right, good. So now the third way of profiting, the third thing you need to look out for is the morning and evening star. Morning and evening star. Now, remember the morning star, at least for those of you who watch that video, you understand, talks about the morning star and then the evening star, right? So using the sun as an example, you understand? The sun rises in the morning. Rises means it goes up, right? Right? That's why in the morning the sun rises, so that's going up, which means we hear morning star, you're talking about buying. If you see a morning star candle pattern, you're talking about buying. And in the evening, what happens? The sun sets by going downwards, like going to the sea. So evening star. So that's why they call the bearish. That's the downtrend, the evening star, the uptrend, the morning star. Now let's look at the structure. How they look like. I know all of you already know, because from your assignment, you already know all this, right? So what we're talking about is, how do you profit from it now? So let's say you see something like this. This is your resistance. Let's talk about first the resistance. So for the morning star means, sorry, for the evening star. Evening star is saying there's a green candle on its way up at the key level. Then what happened? There's a middle candle that is small. That middle candle can be red or green, doesn't matter. Okay? But what matters is the first one must be a green at the resistance area, long one, and then the small one, whether green or red, doesn't matter. So long it's small and it's in the middle. Then after that, you now see a red candle coming like this. That is a bit bigger than the last one. This is what they call evening star. When you see this one at the resistance level, what do? You are selling that market. You're selling that market, meaning it's going down. Same thing at the support area. Now, at support area, the only difference is what? The red candle comes here. Then a small red or green candle, doesn't matter, will come here at the support area. Then a longer green candle will come. That is the morning star. And when you see this one, what is going to happen? Uptrend. Buy the market. That's the third candle that will give you money, which you should focus on when you are trading. So when you see the evening star, at the resistance area, this is the resistance area, you are selling the market, bearish. When you see the morning star at the support area, you are buying the market, bullish. That's the third one. Then the fourth one, I said I was not going to mention this, but I think it is necessary now. I don't know, I can't run from it. The name is scary, but it's big money. And when money is attached to everything, nothing nothing can stop anyone anymore. I mean, it's impossible unless you add money to it. You see that possibilities are endless. All right. Now there's a candle we call Marbuzo. Marubuzo. Let me spell it for you. Marubuzo. Or just call it huge candle. It doesn't matter. This candlestick is from Marubozo, sorry. It's Marubuzo. Marubuzo. It's actually not Maru. It's Marbuzo. Sorry. Marbuzo. So it's a long, huge candle. Marbuzo. Guys, don't be bored though. Try and don't be bored. This is very important, right? This Marbuzo candlestick pattern. Marbuzo. What is Marbuzo? Let me forget the name. Like I said, Marbuzo is talking about a very long candle, a long candle with no wick at all. So if you see a green candle, okay, if you see a green candle, like let's say there's a red candle now coming here. This red candle coming here, okay, you see a red candle coming down, then the green candle follows suit to go up again. And then now a red candle, I'm just saying, you know how candles work now. They just keep going like this, a downtrend. When they get here, then you now see a long, this Marubuzo is a candle without wick. It doesn't have wick like this, it's always long. When you see a candle like this at the support area, that is, you are buying. The same thing happens for the resistance area. Okay, for the resistance area, you see a candle, you see the green candle coming up like this. There may be a red candle, try to come down again. Then the green candle comes up here. Okay, the green candle comes up here. Then you now see a very long red candle without wick. Any candle without wick is called Marbuzo, very big candle. That is reversal. Okay, now, but in case you see a green Marbuzo at the resistance area, let me show you this now because it's not just reversal. If you see it, because the idea of candlestick is to let you know whether at this key level, is this trend continuing to move to break this level, will break this level, or reverse. But whatever the candlestick say is a confirmation to let you know which direction, whether it's continuing or is reversing. So what if you see a big Marbuzo like this and it closes above the what's it called? The resistance area. What does this mean? This means continuation. You know what will happen after that? Either it continue going up, but later on come for a retest of a red candle here and then continue going up. You understand? So the same thing happened for this part. Okay, but if gives you the opposite candle as a marbuzo, it's reversing. But if you give it the same candle as a marbuzo, it's continuing that direction, whether up or down. I think that is clear, right? Let's move to the next one. So we won't spend much time on candlestick because we're done with candlestick. I just want to give you this powerful nugget at key levels. When these things happen at key levels, just know that they are reversal patterns and they are suggesting to you to take an opposite trend. Okay, good. All right. So let's go to the last one. Is that the last one? I think the last one. Yeah. No. Okay, maybe yeah, the last one. Of course, we know that already. The 3 white soldiers, the 3 black soldiers. We know that already. I won't talk about that. When you see those 3 white soldiers, 3 black soldiers. Okay, for those who've not, okay, all of you have watched that video, right? If it gives greens, if it gives what? Green candle at resistance, yes, that is breaking, meaning it's a continuous trend. Let me see your question again. Okay, if it gives green candle, that is continuous, which means it's breaking that zone. Do you get what I'm saying now? Let me show you. So when if you give green candle, the green marbuzo, not just candle, a marbuzo, instead of a red big candle, it now gives a green big candle, which means breaking this zone, right? That means it's continue the trend, meaning it has broken this zone, meaning this now will be a continuous trend. It will be an uptrend. But if it gives a red marbuzo here, it means it's reversing back. Hope I've answered your question. Have I answered your question? Please say yes if I have answered your question. Have I answered your question? All right, thank you, Ella. All right, so the last one, the 3 white soldiers, you know that already, right? Actually, I don't like drawing these things with this, my my fingertip is burning already, but it's okay. So the 3 white soldiers, we all know that 3 white soldiers are for what? For a bearish trend, while the 3 black soldiers are for the bullish trend. Okay, so what do we mean by that? For example, let's just talk about it. For, I know that some of you just go and watch the video, you understand, but let me just talk about it. So 3 white soldier is 3 white soldier is for bearish trend. So if you have the candles aligned like this, if you have the green candle aligned like this at the key levels, okay, 1, 2, 3, okay. Then after having these ones here, you now have the red candle coming like this. 1, 2, 3. They are short candles, but when you see that like that, then meaning this is a downtrend. You have to go buying downtrend. Okay. Same thing goes for when it's a downtrend. So you see 3 red candle coming like this at the support level. Then the next 3 candles that comes are now 3 green candle. Okay. That means what? It's an uptrend. You buy. Do you understand? That is what we call the 3 white soldiers and 3 black crows. Okay, sorry, for the bearish, for this one is 3 black crows. That's for the bearish, yeah, for the bullish, sorry. Then the bearish is 3 white soldiers. Okay. I think that's the end of this part. So guys, let's move straight. Now we finished the candlestick. We want to go to the main top. That's not, won't say the main. We want to talk about the key levels now. You know, we're talking about key levels. So to talk about these key levels, we're talking about simply talking about support and resistance. Support and what? Resistance. Now let's go to the chart. So I'm going to unshare. I'm going to unshare my whiteboard and I will share my screen. Let me share my screen. Okay. All right. Let's go to trading view. Market, of course, have closed, but at least we can see the market that have happened in the sorry. Give me a minute, guys. All right. So this time around, I want to talk about mastering your support and resistance levels. Some of us, I don't know if you've seen this before. So in binary, Well, you see a lot of lines. Support and resistance is not actually when it comes to forex. It's not about drawing plenty lines. It's about knowing key levels. Okay, like you can see now, this is for binary. Okay, this is a binary. Okay, all the lines here is binary, right? Because we're taking a short, we're taking a 5 minutes trade and all those stuff. So here we're not really looking for. I mean, here we're just looking for break and retest, which is another type of strategy. But break and retest in forex is really talking about key levels. I'm going to show you now. Let me show you something. Let me show you my gold analysis. Maybe you'll see what I'm talking about here. Gold USD. Which of you? I think I'll use you. I'll be still there. It's not there. I'll load. Where is it? Sorry, I'm coming. Okay, this is it. Oh, I thought I saw it just now. I'm coming, guys. Just give me a few minutes. Oosh. No, not yet. Aha. All right, let's look at this. Can you see this one? See all this. When you see me draw all this work, okay, these are 5 minutes, right? Now, when it comes to forex, you don't do chatting on 5 minutes. When it comes to forex, you don't do your chatting on 5 minutes. You only come to do your what's it called entry, make your entry. So these were all this money that was made last week and all that on gold. These were the charts, but that's not the point. I think I should start from beginning. Let me just go to a new thing. I want to show you that key levels, okay? But I think it's better I just show you a new thing. Let's just start with something new, okay? What should we check? Let's check something different. All right, let's take GBP JPY. Here we go again. Hmm. Can I have it? Is there any pair that I will have that I've not even touched for God's sake? Yeah? Okay. Guys, I'm coming 1 minute. Okay. I've touched this one too. Let me just remove the lines. Don't worry. All right. Now, guys, so remember when I was telling you the other time about Forex, I said if you want to trade Forex, the first thing you do, sorry, 1 minute, please. Okay, the first thing you do, because now we're talking about how to trade support and resistance, how to use them, okay? Now, the first thing you do is you want to establish how many time frames are you going to work on. Remember, I said if you are trading on forex, you use 3 time frames. Now, that those time frames you want to use depends on how long. Intraday means you want to trade you want your setup to work for the whole day. Well, we have scalping. Scalping means maybe in the next 1 hour, 2 hours, you want to be done with your trade and then you do all that. So I like scalping actually. Then when you have a big account, you can do intraday and swing trade. Swing trade are for months and weeks. Just leave it there. Don't worry about it. You know, and swing trade are always more assuring, because just that it will take time. But you need to have a very big account. I mean, starting from like $50,000 account. So if you don't want to lose all your money. All right. Now, so let's talk about intraday within the day. So if you are using it within the day, you trade on 4 hours, 1 hour, and 15 minutes. Okay. Now, so let's go to 4 hours. I mean, a 4 hour time frame. So the first thing you do is 4 hour time frame. Now, when you come to your chart to the market, let's say you want to trade GBP JPY. Now, the first thing you want to know is you want to know the trend. Now, unlike your binary, where the Though impulse will also do this to you. When you know, first thing I want to teach you now is I want us to know the forex. Then when we start using impulse, you now see that's when you know the value of impulse. It prevents most of these things that we're doing and just give you straight, you know. For those of you who are seeing this too technical, don't worry, impulse will solve the issue for you. I mean, we'll do all this job for you and it's very precise, yeah. So now in when it comes to forex, you have to determine the trend by yourself. Okay? You have to determine the trend by yourself. And how do you do that? You shrink the screen, you shrink the market to see what is going on. Okay. And how do you know if something is a downtrend or uptrend when it comes to forex? Guys, how do you know? Now there's these terms that we use. Those terms are called, I'm coming. Let me just quickly show you the terms, the terminology. So you need to jot this thing so it won't be too much for you, okay? I mean, we have the high, we have the low. So when we say low and high, what does that mean? Okay. I think I've done this before, but we'll do it again. So when you see a market like this, let me just show you now. So let's say you see a market like this. What is this one? Is it an uptrend or a downtrend? Is it an uptrend or a downtrend? Let me see your answer. Uptrend or a downtrend? Uptrend, right? Uptrend, good. So when it comes to uptrend, what do we look at? We look at what we call, so H. No, we have high and low, right? H means high, YL means low. So when it comes to uptrend, you start with H. So you see this one now? This is, let's say this is the low, okay? Let's say this is the, we call this one higher low. Higher low is a high low. Why is it higher low? Because there's a low here. This place is lower, right? But this also is low, but just that is a higher low to this one, right? This one is a higher low to this one. Now, the next one you see here is what? Higher high, which means this one is higher than this one. Then, sorry, what am I saying? Forgive me. There's a mistake. I mean, sorry, I'm making a mistake here. Oh, where's the eraser again? Oops, undo now. All right, good. Oh, where's my eraser? I can't get the eraser. I think I'll just delete. Let me delete. Let me show you again. Let's start again. Sorry. So we have market like this. You know, these are an option, right? Up and you go like that. Now, this is what I want to say. So here, you focus on this place. So you start from a high. Start from a high. This place is high, right? Then what happens? The next one is this place, right? Okay. This is like a low. Okay. This is low. This is high, right? The next one will now be a higher high. Do you know why this one is called a higher high? HH. Because this place now is higher than the former high. Do you get what I'm saying now? Hope you understand what I'm saying, right? Now, what would this one be called? This one will be called HL, higher low. Why is it higher low? It is low here also. It is low compared to this one, right? This one is low also. But just that is a higher low because the low is higher than this low, the previous low. Then what happened again? You have another higher high here because this one now is higher than this one now. Then what happened here? You have another higher low here because this low now is higher than this former low. The moment you have something like this, higher high and higher low, that means uptrend. That means what? Uptrend. Okay? That means an uptrend. So if you get this one, please can you put an A? Put an A in the chat box. If you understand what I just did now, put an A in the chat box. I want to see your A's in the chat box. If you understand higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Good. All right. Which means we all understand this one. All right, good. That is how to know an uptrend. Okay. See, guys, we're already becoming a forex trader, not just binary now. I mean forex, right? Now the next one we want to talk about is the downtrend. How do you know a downtrend? The downtrend comes like this. Okay. Sorry. See a downtrend now. Oh, forgive me. That's not a downtrend. Okay, like this, like this, like this, like this. So that's a downtrend. So when it comes to a downtrend, it's going to start with what? Look at it. It's going to start with what? A high, then a low. Sorry. Yeah. Where is my eraser? That's a low. Okay. Now here you're gonna have a lower high. Do you know why it's a lower high? It's higher. Here is higher, right? But it's just that the height is lower than the former high. So this one now is called a lower high. Then this low is low, but we call it lower low, LL, because the former low is higher than this new low. So this low, this second low now, the newer low is lower than the former low. So it's called lower low. Okay, lower low. Sorry, lower low. And then we have what? Another one, another lower high, because this new high is still lower than the previous high. Then this way, this place also is called lower low, because why? This low is still lower than this low. Then this one too, lower high, lower high. So when you have a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, that is a downtrend. If you understand this one also, put a B in the chat box. I want to see a letter B for balling in the chat box. All right, good. B in the chat box. All right, good. Knowing this is very important. Now, so when you know these ones now, the next thing you want to do is you want to know the trend of this market. Now, if you look at this 4 hour, you want to know where is this going? Is this a downtrend or an uptrend? Now, if you look at this 4 hour, you may not quickly get it, except, okay, maybe because of the screen is smaller. So instead of just wasting your time here, because the trend is all you want to know, you can just go to 1 day, because 1 day will show you the whole thing together. Okay? With 1 day, you will now know the real trend, right? Okay, good. Now, if you look at this trend, what is it saying? If you look at this trend, what is it saying? Let me show you again. Let me remind us. Don't worry, I don't want you to say it. Let's just use our formula of higher high, higher low. Okay? Now, if you look at this here now, let's start with this one. Here we have what? We have high. This one is high. Do you know why it's high? Because coming from where it's coming from here, there's a low here. So the next one will be high. Then let me first of all bring out the structure so you see it. See how it's going. Okay? See how it's going. Can you see how it's going? Like that. So if you see this high, this one is low. This part is low, right? This part is low. Then here you see higher high, because this part is higher than this previous one. Then you see a higher low, HL, here, because here is higher than this former low. Then you see another higher high here, because here is higher than this former high, like that, like that. Then you see what? You see another higher low, because here, okay, sorry, here is lower, is higher than this low, like that, like that. That tells you that this is an uptrend, right? But there's something which, of course, I'm looking at that. If it's a good example for you, if you are learning, what's it called? If you are learning the trend right now, I don't know. I want to see whether it's a good example or can use it, or we can just look for something else. Because there's what we call break of structure, and we have not gotten to that part in this our training. And I don't want to mention something we have not gotten to in order not to confuse you. So I think we should change this currency, because that's what is happening here, a break of structure. But we don't want to talk about it now because we have not gotten to that part of the training to confuse you. Just like me teaching you mathematics, simple arithmetic, 1 plus 1, 2 plus 2, 4 divided by 2, and then I got to a part that you have to use SOHCAHTOA, you know, sine theta, theta. You're like, hey, coach, are we crazy now? You are the one. Let us know who's crazy. I don't want that to happen. All right, let's go back to let's just look for a pair that has a very clean um sorry, let's look for a pair that has a clean trend. Okay, what pair can you give me that has a clean trend? I don't it doesn't matter if, okay, let's check AD US gold and USD. No, I don't want to take anyone that I put all this chat on it and all that. let me let me go to DXY. I think it's the same as gold. Okay, I like this one. Okay, I like this one. DXY. Don't mind me. I've touched everywhere. Touch everywhere. I'm looking for money now. What do you expect? I have to touch. Guys, isn't this obvious? Let's go to 4 hours. I think this one would be also give us what we're looking for at 4 hours, right? Is it? I think those will just go back to 1 day. That one is smoother. Guys, what's this one? I mean, what is this trend? Is it an uptrend or a downtrend? Is it an uptrend or a downtrend? Uptrend. I want more answers. Uptrend. More. I want to see more answers. Is it uptrend or downtrend? All right. So we know that it's an uptrend, right? So this is an uptrend. Good, guys. So we know that it's an uptrend now, right? Now that we know, so let's go back to 4 hours. Now I'm supposed to put the trend line thing, but I'm not going to talk about trend line because we're not getting to that part. We want to talk about just support and resistance tonight. So you now go to 4 hours. Now you enlarge this, okay, a bit. I want to show you how to draw support and resistance or key levels, what we call key levels. First rule of support and resistance is this. Remember, at least one thing we know is we all know what the support is. Support is what? The floor. Why resistance is what? The ceiling, right? Good. Now, key levels are areas where there are rejection or reversal. Anywhere you see rejection or reversal is a key level. Now, if I ask you now, can you notify me or can you just show me areas where you see? Okay, no, you can't do that because I'm the one using the pointer. Now, let me point it to you. Do you see a reversal here? See this trade was coming down, and what happened? Something stopped it and it started going up from here. This area where it reverses is a key level. Hope you get what I'm saying. Okay. Now, the first rule is if you are going to draw key levels, they must be close to the current price. This is the current price, right? They must be close to the current price, okay? So key levels must be close to the current price. Now, what other areas do you see reversal now? Look at this place. There's a reversal. So this trade went up and coming down. And what happens? Reverses and started going up from here. There's another one here. Which other area? There's another one here. It was going up and then started turning from here, went down. So whatever made it turn here is a reversal. Now, you don't need to go to all these ones first. These are the ones you focus on because they are close to the present current price. You understand? If you get this one, can I see you put a 1 in the chat box? If you get what I just explained now, key areas, where you want to check key areas, put a 1 in the chat box. There are areas where you see reversal or rejection. Whenever the market reverses, that is called key levels. I should come again. Okay. Ella, don't worry, I'll come again. What about others? Okay, for the team, come again. Can I see you say eyes? Yeah, I'm just joking. All right, good. So let me come again here. Now, I said when you want to draw, the first thing you do is when you want to set up a chart, you want to analyze your chart for a trade to make money. The first thing you do is you draw key levels, which is support and resistance. But the rules of a support and resistance is you come to a higher time frame. You don't do it at a smaller time frame. Okay, when I say higher time frame now, so let's say we choose 4 hour, 1 hour, and 15 minutes. That depends. If you want to take your trade on 15 minutes, you have to start from 4 hours, 1 hour. You can even choose 30 minutes if you like. Just make sure you have 3 time frames. Okay. The first one is to show the trend. The second one is to take your analysis. The third one is to take your entries. Okay. Now, so right now you want to analyze this market from. You're looking at 4 hours to draw your key zones. Okay. 4 hours to draw your key zones, or better still, can go to 1 hour as well to draw your key zones. Okay, let's do it so we can take our entry at 15 minutes. Okay, so we have checked 4 hours will be for trend to check the trend line. We now see that is an uptrend from 4 hours. Now 1 hour is where you want to draw your analysis. So you look for key zones. I hope Ella is listening and you're seeing what I'm doing, right? Now to check key zones, what are key zones? The definition of key zones is any area you see market reversing is a key zone. Now, let's look at areas where the market reverses, okay? So I'm going to draw this line on top of it so you understand better, okay? I want you to follow this line. Look at what is happening here. This market started coming from here. And then when it got to this part, something stopped it from going here. It went up. This area is called area of reversal. Number one. It went up and then came down again. It reverses here. It now went up again. So there's another second reversal. Now went up again and here. So any areas you see the market turning back is called key levels. Okay? Key levels. Let me check again if Ella understands me now. I think she's the only one, right, that said that she come again. Do you understand now, Ella? Or do we all understand now? That okay. I mean, I know it's good. Do you understand? That's what I want to do. Do you understand now? Yes or no? Crystal clear. All right. That's it. Okay. Ella said yes. All right. Good. Yeah. All right. Good. So let's go there. Now I want to draw your key level. So to draw your key level, it is very important. First, you zoom out, which means you make it smaller so you can really see well clearly. Okay. So anywhere there is major reversal, when I say major reversal, and remember the first rule is what? It must be close to the current price. Now, when we say zone, you don't use lines for zone, you use box for zone. Because zone is like putting different lines together. So the first place you want to draw close to the price, to the what's it called, to the current market. You don't want to come here. But if you come here, it's not bad. It's not bad also. It's not bad also. But so if you come here, if you start from here, because these are reversals, right? Hey, there's another thing I want to teach you guys. Good. There's another thing I want to teach you guys. Remember the double bottom, right? I hope you all remember the double bottom. Now, I want you to write this down, okay? I want you to write this down. There are two types of double bottom. There are two types. I just gave them this name. They don't have names actually, but I want to give them this name so it can be easy for you, okay? So in case you are looking for the name or googling it, you won't see it anywhere. I just came up with these names and it makes sense. So there are two types of double bottom in the candlestick pattern. There is a nuclear, when we have nuclear family and extended family in social studies, right? Okay. Nuclear family is father, son, and the children. But extended family is uncle, auntie, cousins, blah, 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 nephew, niece, grandpa, grandma, extended now. Now, for double bottom, triple bottom, we have nuclear and extended. Now, let me zoom for you to see what I mean. Okay, for double bottom, remember double bottom means any two opposite candles coming together to have the same level of base. I mean, their bottom is just on the same level. And then double top, thank God that we have both examples here. So no, not you now. Oh my God, what am I doing? We are talking about key level, but I just want to quickly show you this one because I was going to say it before I forgot. I told you there's something I wanted to remember then. This is what I want to remember. So look at this one. It's called double bottom. Can you see that the body of the candles are on the same level? Let me show you so you understand. Look at it. Let me put the ruler here. Can you see that they are on the same level, right? The same level, right? Good. That is a double bottom. That this red and green candle put together, they are called nuclear double bottom, which means they are together. Now, when I have an extended double bottom, what are the extended double bottom? The extended double bottom is when you have the same thing happening twice, close together, they become the extended double bottom. So let me show you that. Let me show you that. Look at this one. This is one. This is one. So when you put this together, they call this one, this two now is called double bottom. Do you see what I mean? If you understand what I've just done, in fact, I'm a good artist too. I gave you two eyes and then one mouth. If you understand what I've just shown you now, can you put one in the chat box? If you understand the nuclear double bottom and the extended double bottom, good, good, good. So the extended double bottom confirms even more stronger the zone for you that this zone is a key level. You understand? The nuclear is good, but the extended is better. All right, good. When you have a large family now, it's better than you having a small family. Thank God that we all know that. So now, if you want to draw your key levels, also we have double top. For those of you who don't know what double top is, this is a double top here. Let me show you the double top. It's just talking about, see this double top. See those two, they have the same level at the top. Okay. And okay, that's a nuclear double top there. This could have been a nuclear, an extended, let me see it. It could have been an extended double top. Let me check if it's, but it's not. So it's not. Okay. It's not. All right. Now, but that's not the point now. So we are drawing the key levels. Remember, major reversal, right? Anyway, you have major reversal. So this is how you get your key level. You see what I just did here? I have one key level here, right? I want to make it tiny, more tinier. Aha. So you just use it to cover the wick from the body to the wick. So let me show you what you do. Well, I think most of us know this from binary, right? So you make sure that the rectangle starts from the body to the wick. So look at the bottom. Bottom. Let me make it. I don't want to make it bigger because of the rectangle. Aha. Let's say something like this. This is the bottom of the rectangle. Then it was covered the last week. So you see now, the last week. What is the last week here? We have this one. The week of the candle. Okay. So you have to be zooming like this to have a real flow. All right. Okay, so this is a key level, number one. Okay, this is how to do it. Key level number one. Okay, then number two, the major reversal. Another major reversal is what? At the top here. Can we see it now? The reversal at the top there too. Okay, let me make it smaller. Yes, that's one. You see that it's close. Whatever I'm doing now is close to the price. And then there's last one. If you look at it now, how many lines, how many zones am I drawing? Just three, and that's it. Just three. These are to draw key levels. Now, that is it, right? Okay. Also, you can even take one more. I see one other one here. Remember, you're looking at, sorry. What have I done? It's not easy using a phone to, to do all of this, but don't worry. Yeah, yeah. Because you must always look for something that is close to the current price. Now, this will be your assignment, guys. This will be your assignment. You go and check all the charts, all the in the market, and draw out the key levels. Now, we have 4 key levels now. Why do we draw these things? Guys, why are we drawing these key levels? Remember, we are trading the candlestick patterns. Remember, the candlestick pattern, when you want to trade them, they must happen at the key level. You must trade only at the key levels. So let me give you an example now. Let's just check. What do you notice here? Let's check one of them. What do you notice happening here now? Guys, see, there's a green candle that left this place on his way up, and he got to this place. What happened? Got rejected. It was a long one. Oh. It got rejected at this line. How do you know it's rejected? Look at that wick at the top, right? Now, if you want to tell the story, what happens after the rejection? A red candle is now saying, okay, I'm coming down. Since I've been rejected. So there's now a red candle coming down. But later the buyer said, no, you still have to come up. The buyer tried to go again. Gets rejected. Remember when I tell you about multiple rejections? He gets another rejection. And after that rejection again, and remember this selling pressure, SP, when the wick is at the top, the longest wick is at the top, and the body, lower body, this is a selling pressure. Let me zoom this so you can see it well. You see that when we talk about these things, they really happen in actual world. In the real chart, right? So this is what this is selling pressure now. When the green candle is being suppressed by the sellers, you see the longer wick at the top means SP, selling pressure, rejection. And then what happens? It becomes the red again. So it comes here as a green again to try to go up. This time around, it was really rejected that it came so down and became a red candle. And then it came again, another rejection. Let me tell you, you don't need any soothsayer to tell you that here you need to take a sell. So how do you do it now? Remember how you do it, guys. For those of you who already know the tools you use, so what do you do? So you come here, if there's another retest here, or you can even start from here. If you don't want to miss the move. But after the next candle, you want to close of the next candle, you just take your sell from either here, or you take it from here, from the, like I will do it from here. Okay, that's how you trade, because you already see. So now you want to take your profit at this key level, and I'll tell you why. Your stop loss will now be. But if you want to do this, really, it's good to do it on this 1 hour, right? So you do it on 1 hour, or you do it on 15 minutes. If you want to have a smaller stop loss, this is where you make money, real money from forex, whereby your risk level will be very small, but your profit will be very high. What we're talking about now, we're talking about how many pips now? That's about 43 pips here. And then your stop loss is about 10 pips. You can imagine that's like 1 to 4 ratio. That's a lot of money for a small amount of risk. Now, do you know why I do it? Your take profit should stop at this key level, because this is another key level. If you put your your take profit lower than this, maybe you drag it down here. You don't know, maybe this key level will send the trade backward, and then you have made profit before, you now lose your profit and then take you out. But at least if you put your first take profit here, and then when you get here, you take your profit, close your trade. You now see if it's going to break this zone, then you can take another one here after breaking this zone and retest. Anyway, that's another long thing. Sorry, I'm not supposed to be talking about you taking profit. I just want to show you key zone, how to draw key zone. Don't let me confuse you. But do we all know how to draw key zone now? Okay, let me show you another example. Don't let us stop here. So I'll show you another example. How to draw key zone, okay? That's what we're working on. Let's look at Euro USD. Euro USD. Wow. Doesn't mean I've traded all the pairs in the market. Guys, you see that I'm very hungry, right? It's good to be hungry. I mean, you have to act like a wild lion when it comes to making money and success. When you are like this, you don't have time for people who are not going anywhere. Now, you see, this one is a good example because it's a downtrend here, I think. Okay, it's about going downtrend, but that's not the point. What we want to see now is key levels, right? We want to draw key levels. Remember, what are key levels again? Any level or zone where there is a reversal. Now, look at it. Do we have reversal here? Yes, we do. What are the reversal here? Look at this. This double bottom, because the trade came from here. See, came from here, and then something stopped it here, and it went up again. And then it came here. So here also something stopped it again from here going up, and it came down here. And then it still tried to pass again. That same thing that stopped it before stopped it again, and now it came up again, and now it's consolidating at that level. Those are your key levels for this trade. Hope you understand. Let me see you. If you understand what I've just shown you, put a 2 in the chat box. If you understand on this Euro USD, what we just saw together now, what we just seen together, sorry, put a 2 in the chat box. Damian understands. Is there another person who understand what we just? Okay, good. Good. Who else understands? If you don't, we could go over it again. Okay. I want your 222 if you understand. If you don't, let me see you, or say maybe I should go over it again. Put a 1 in the chat if you don't. Okay, we all understand, right? So now, how do you now draw your key level? Remember, the point of reversal becomes your key level. So you pick your rectangular box. The first key level here is perfect. Can you see it? Another double bottom. Remember, extended double bottom, right? We all know extended double bottom, right? This is a very strong zone. So where do you put it? You start from the body and stop it at the wick, right? That is done. Then what's the next one? The next key levels is at the top. So what do you do here? Let me tell you how you do these key levels now. You take it from the wick to the body. This kind of trade, this one is so simple, so easy. You already know, you just capture this thing. So now, how do you decide with this key level you have drawn now? How do we now decide with the candlestick when you want to match this together with the candlestick? So what do? Remember, candlestick is telling you a story, but you only know the story when you get to key levels. So if you look at this story now, what is this story telling us? Right now, this story is telling us that, it's telling us that, first of all, I want you to see this. These are the double bottom, right? So meaning here, this market has come here before, got rejected, went up. When it was going up, this also rejected it and came down. Look at the long wick at the top. That's the pressure from the sellers that turned this green candle to red. And as it became red, it started coming down. What happened? The buyer took it over again. Because why? When this one became red, it stops here. Then a new red candle came down here, and this one stopped it again. You see the PP here, the buyer pressure. The buyer pushed it backward, and it became green. And then what happened? So as it became green here, what happened? The seller took over again. Because here, the new candle became green. It went up here, and this place sent it down as a red again. See the fight between the buyers and the seller. And then the next candle also became green, tried to go up again. The seller still pushed it back and turned it to red, and it came down. When it came down, the buyers also sent it back as a green candle. And then it's coming down like this, testing and retesting, multiple rejections here. So now what do? This candle is telling you that there is a war between the sellers and the buyer already. Okay. Now that's that war now. You can't decide yet. Okay, now there's a red candle retesting it. The next candle that will come after this, since it's a red candle, okay, you want to wait for that next candle. That whether that next candle will be red, a marbuzo that will break this one, or if it's a green. Then if it's a green, what do? You know that there's tendency of this market going up. What do? So you do the same thing. You know, you take your trade like this. Oh, don't worry. I said I won't talk about trades. Just know that here there are key levels, and we have drawn one, but there are another key levels now. So this is so here is like capturing the market. You now know what is going on based on what the key levels and the communication of the candles. So this will help you to guide your trade. So tonight we're not going to be talking about key levels. We'll continue the training on support and resistance the next, which is tomorrow. Let's do one more and then we'll call it a night. Or maybe if you have your questions, you can ask me. Let's do one more now. Okay. We are going on USD JPY. We want to draw another key levels, okay? Hope you are getting this. Now let's look at this one already. I think these are not trends already. And you see a lot of wicks, which means this market is about to become a downtrend. You know, it's about to become a downtrend. You see a lot of dojis. Anytime you see the candles getting smaller and having more wicks, it's telling you that the market is about to reverse. Okay, the momentum is getting like they are getting tired of it. The buyers are getting tired. You know, and if you look at this stochastic and RSI here, it's telling you that they are overbought already, so they are about coming down, and it's even turning already. Look at this. For those of us who know binary, that we do the market trap. Do you see the turning? Let me show you. Look at the turning here. Look at the RSI and stochastic, the red and they're already at their overbought zone. At this level, we want to do a put when it's a binary, right? And see it now is already turning down. So meaning if you had done a put here, you'll be in profit if it was binary, right? So for forex, it's almost the same. Actually, they all came from forex, right? So let's talk about key levels. Remember the rules of key levels? The rules of key levels, right? The rules of key levels, it must be close to the current price. Where's the current price right now? Where's the current price right now? Oh, oh my God. Don't worry, sorry. Okay, where's the current price right now? This is the current price. This is the current price, right? Now, so we want to draw key levels. Remember, what are key levels again? Where there are major reversal. So let's start from the first one. Can you see this place? Can you see this place? So what do? We'll take it from the body up to the wick. Bam. This is the first key level. Okay, that's the first key level. Then what's the next key level? What have I done? All right. Also here, there's a reversal at the top here. That's the second key level. Okay. Is there another one that we see? No, for now. So there are major key levels there. So you draw the key levels of that. Let's do one more again. Let's do one more again. For clarity's sake, let's do one more again. Which other pair should we do? GBP USD. GBP USD. Oops. We're on 1 hour time frame, right? Guys, so when you see that I have a lot of like all my peers have been touched. I mean, they've been divergent. What is this now? You know how hungry I am, right? I'm very hungry. Very, very hungry. Like I don't joke. I'm not here to joke. I'm here to make money. Oops, what's going on? Where are my tools now? Oh, God. Where are my tools? I want to remove those lines. These are binary lines. So for binary, you draw a lot of lines like this. Accepted is okay. Okay, see what I'm looking for. I want to remove all the lines. Remove all the drawings. Bam. Okay, guys, let's go for the key zones. What are the key zones? Remember again, the major. So this is a downtrend. This one is going down right here. At least. Now, what are the key zone? The first key zone I see here. Remember, it has to be close to the current price. I see here. This is a key zone because there's a reversal here. Then what happened? Oh, sorry. I've not keyed this one down. Don't worry, this is the last one, okay? In case some of you are already feeling sleepy. But anyway, for me, I don't know anything that will give me money because Monday is here now. You don't want to be seeing people making money and you are wondering why are they doing it. You know, that thing can be very painful. At least let's start from here. So I've drawn the key levels. In fact, there's another key level if you want to know. There's another key level here. That's multiple. See, the more multiple things you see, then the more valid the levels are. The more you call the values of key levels. Okay. I'll still use this one because the reason why this one is important is so in case you are trading down, you know that when you get into this key level, you take your profit. So let me show you a magic now. If you go to 15 minutes time frame, you will see it clearly. You see it now on 15 minutes, you now see it clearly. But you draw your zone at a higher time frame. Do you see what is going on? Wow. Do you see it now? Very beautiful, respecting the zones. I hope you can see what is going on now. Is respecting that zone, those zones that we draw. So now we know that, guys, you know what is going on here? This is another uptrend. This is another uptrend now. So you're going to make money upward like this. Do you know why? This is another uptrend for you. You make this money upward. It's supposed to be a green candle, guy. Do you know why? I'll show you why. And it's based on what we have learned so far. Based on the candle has revealed the next direction for me. To me. Let's look at let's enlarge this. Look at this. Can you see? Can you see the double? That's the double. The what's it called? From the double bottom, the red candle started coming down. The red candle have tried to come here and it's been rejected several times. This last rejection now is a very big, is a pressure. The BP, which is the BP, the last candle here is a BP. After a BP, what do you expect? An uptrend, right? So after this one now, what do you expect? An uptrend. So if you take your trade for an uptrend here, it's coming here, you eat your profit, you take your money. From here, what I see here, you'll be making minimum of 100 USD. I mean, depending on your size of account anyway. That's why I say minimum. Okay, guys, if you understand this, put a 7 in the chat box again. If you understand this, put a 7 in the chat box. If you understand key levels now, put a 7 in the chat box. I mean, if you, everyone, I want to see everyone put something in the chat. If you do, put a 7. If you don't, put 0. Good, 777. All right, guys. So based on this ones and your understanding, I'm going to give you an assignment now. So the assignment, what is the assignment? The assignment is all of you will go back home, go to the market. Ella has a question. Okay. Ella is one of my president. Okay. What's that question again? Go ahead, Ella. Shoot. So you go back home. Okay, unmute. Let me unmute you. Okay. I think I'd like to hear some voices. Okay. You have the permission to unmute yourself right now.
Okay, thank you. So when you were showing us the key areas, right?
Yes.
When you're showing us the key areas, this line is very, very long. So it's like it's cutting across so many candles. So if you can maybe
Okay.
just use that your annotation to show exactly the candle you're talking about on the ones we just drew the key areas. I
Okay.
appreciate
Okay. Let's
telling
do it
those
straight.
other two, yeah, because I want to know the exact candle you're talking about.
Okay. Now it's not one candle. I mean, you're talking about what candle are you talking about now? I mean, the reversal candles, right? Is that what
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
saying?
yeah. The reversal candles, yeah, yeah, where the move happened, yeah, the reversal one, yeah.
Okay. Like, look at this. So how did I know my key levels? I did it from 1 hour, but you can also check it from here. So if you look at this trade, these are key levels because whenever trade comes to this zone, they get rejected, they come down again. And whenever they come down to this zone, this one also reject them, they go up. And this one reject them, they come down, and then they reject them. You see, a lot of rejections are both ways. So the moment you see that, the all those multiple rejections, remember, it's part of the things we talked about. That's where you see multiple rejections are key levels. Where you see the 3 star soldiers and the three white soldiers and 3 black rows. But this one, we're talking about rejections. These are showing rejections. Rejections means when they get here, they are being rejected. And how do you know they are rejected? You see the wick. This wick is saying that this thing was here before and it was pushed down. Yeah, so that wick is telling you that it has come here before, but it was pushed down. And when it gets pushed down, it became a red candle and came all the way down. No green candle at all. For you to know how powerful this zone is. As in, just like you're on your way somewhere, someone now slap you and say, get back home, and you start crying back home. That's exactly what happened to this market. You see? And then it got here to get support, trying to come to this part. Support said, who beat you? Your friend. You're not ashamed of yourself. Your mate beat you and you're crying. Yeah, go back and fight. Bam, and then the green candle, and they get again, they get beaten. And then what happens? Same thing keeps happening. Now here, the guy now has come back home to tell mommy that, oh, I've been beaten again, by this guy here, right? By these skill levels. And what happens? Mommy said, go back. The guy said, mommy, I'm not going back this time around. I want to try and stay with you. Mommy's pushing it back, it's coming back. Mommy's pushing it back, it's coming back. And then what happens at the last part? There's a buying pressure. There's this, the buying pressure here said, mommy now said finally that I said you should go back. So with this candle now, he's already giving the expo that I think this guy has agreed to go back. So we're talking about candlesticks. Remember, we started with candlestick, right? And
Yeah,
we gave some examples that anytime you see a BP, which is buying pressure, and how do you know buying pressure? When you have a green candle body, the body at the top, and you have a wick at the bottom, it means the buyers pushed it. The green start from the bottom to the top. So the buyers are the one pushing to the top. But whenever you see a wick, long wick at the top, and you see a candle at the bottom, which means sellers are the one pushing now. So this time around, the buyers have been able to push this successfully, and the candle closed at that level. You understand? That means the buyers are stronger. The next candle now will be, what am I saying? I said buyers. Okay, yeah, from down to the top. Yes, buyers now are stronger. So the next candle now will be green on the way up. Do you get what I'm saying? Hope you get that, right? You understand this part well if you're able to combine, we're talking about confluence. Remember, we talk about confluence. Confluence means addition of confirmations. Okay, number one, anytime you see a candlestick like this, let me zoom it so you see well. You see what I'm saying? Anytime you see any candlestick like this that has a longer wick at the bottom, it means the buyers are putting pressure. We call it the BP, the buying pressure. You get that, right? Ella, do you understand that part? Or you came in late? Did you meet us when we are talking about the buying pressure, the selling pressure? Is Ella still in line? I think she's out, right? Oh, muted. Mute yourself.
okay, yeah, I was muted. Yeah, yeah, sure. I understand the whole candle and everything actually. It was just
Good.
the key zone I was
The
actually
movement.
having questions
The
with. The
movement,
key
right?
zone, that's the key zones, right? Like that's where you were drawing to get the key zone, right? The particular
Okay.
candle. You understand? It's like when you're drawing this key zone, it's like I think on 1 hour, right? You were drawing those two things on 1 hour, right?
Yes, let me go back to 1 hour so it will be
So
clearer.
that's actually, yeah, but I'm cool with all the candles. It's just like I
Okay.
want to know the particular candle you're drawing that, the key
Okay,
zone
on.
on.
Okay,
Yeah,
good,
exactly,
good.
because it's crossing so many things. I want to know if it's, the particular one.
Okay,
That's my
okay.
question.
All right. First of all, anywhere you see double bottom is an interest area of interest. Any area you see double bottom, they are called area of interest, right? Because it means two candles are being rejected at the same time. So meaning there's something wrong there, right? In anytime, so how I did it was okay. Let me delete this part so you understand. Let me delete only this one now. I mean, bam. Okay, let me delete this guy, and then it's out. Let me delete also. Now remember, I said key zones are areas where you have reversals, right? Areas where you have reversals. Do you understand? Ella, have you been muted again? I mean, how do you get muted by yourself?
Thank you, Jerry. Thank you.
All right. Okay, let's go there again. I said, hope you understand this part. At least you understand that
Yes, I
a key
do.
zone is where there's reversals, right? In fact, I didn't even thank God you said it. I'm seeing it now. So, okay, let's point out areas of reversal. So we see that together. Then we'll now talk about putting the lines. First, you have to note where are the areas of reversal. Look at it. This trade idea was coming. This market was coming like this. Can you see? Can you follow the annotation
Yes,
mark? All
yes.
right, good. So you see what happened when it got here. What happened? It reversed. Then it tried to go up again. What happened again?
Reverse.
Reversed. So that means that's first area of what interest. So you get reversed. That's area of interest. So what do? You start from the week.
Okay.
You
The
start from
highest
the
peak.
week. Yes, God bless
Okay.
you. The high. The high. Okay. When you are drawing it, you have to zoom to get the real actual thing, okay? But this is just a class which, of course. So you start with the week and stop at the body. Either you can stop at this body, or if possible, you come to this body. And do you know why I like to come to this body? Always target where you have many touches. Okay, where you have plenty candles touching that zone. So I want to come down lower to this body. In fact, I can even come as low as this. Anywhere you see double bottom, double top is valid. Do you get the point?
Mm-hmm. Without a double bottom.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm trying to get the accurate part.
Okay.
So at least you have an idea of what I'm doing, right? So
Mm-hmm.
this is it now. That's a key zone. And then I can even make just these two ones. And then the next one is another reversal, area of reversal. Can you see this area too? Can you see
Okay.
this area?
Down. Yeah.
And then you see that it respects other area too. I'm coming. Okay. So coming. So you have to put it at the exact place because we are dealing with prices. So wherever you put it is very important. Aha, it has covered the week. Now the body at the top. At the body. Do you see it now?
Yeah.
Now that's one. And then there's another one that you look at, the one in the middle here also. Okay, do you know why I'm doing that one also? Because you need to know that, okay, if it comes down here too, there can be a bounce back anytime because it has happened here before. If it happened before, it will happen again, right? That's all. Now, when you finish doing this, where will you now take your entries? That's the next thing we'll discuss tomorrow, but I can just give you an expo. You take your entries on a smaller time frame, which is 15 minutes. You see it now? So now, what you know now is this. With this guy here, the buying pressure, you know that this thing is going up. But where will it get to before a possible reversal again? I mean, because if you are trading a buy, you want to make sure that you enjoy your profit, right? You don't want to say your buy, it goes up and then start returning, reversing on you, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you make sure you stop your take profit at the next key level. In fact, anything you want to do in forex, always do them at key levels. You want to read your next move from the key level. You want to take profit from the key level. Stop loss from the key level. Anything outside the key level is waste of time and gambling and amateurish move. You understand? The highest level of naivety. All right. Hope you understand this now, right?
Okay, sir. Thank
All right, let me check. Are there anyone without any question again? Let me see if there are all questions in there. It's not that sharp. Okay, what are you saying? Basically, you don't know the words. Okay, okay. All right, guys. All right. I mean, everybody here understand what I'm doing. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate all of you, and I'm so happy to have you. You know why? You see, a community of great people is so easy to form a nation. I mean, I always tell people you don't need 1,000 people to be great. You only need three right persons. You know why? Because one right person can give you a nation. Three right persons give you three nations. Imagine if three right persons get the three right person and the three next person. So you guys here, I really appreciate the fact. Number one, because you started with me from the beginning and then you are still with me till the end, and you made sure you understand this. This is how you move from stage to stage. You know, before you know it now, the market will start speaking to you. Remember, when we started this training yesterday, I said some of us, like I had that experience when I first knew about forex. I would sit with a professional and they would be talking all these things. I'll be angry. I'll say, "Come on, are you seeing all these things?" They'll say, "Okay, the market is coming down here now. It was here the last time. It's going to take a reversal here." I was like, "Are you? Is there a spiritual eye that you're using to know all these things?" This is how the market speaks with you. So the market speaks with you through the candlesticks. The candlesticks are the gossip of the market structure. They tell you what is going on with the market, the trend lines, the what else again? Support and resistance. This the next thing we'll be talking about tomorrow now is the part B of support and resistance, where you take your entries. Then after that, we'll go into price action. Then maybe after that, we can talk about some of these, maybe some other things. When you know all these ones, you have known forex. The rest is just for you to practice back test, and then you start seeing things and you start getting better. Then we'll now round it up with impulse over the week. God bless you guys. Sleep well. But most importantly, dream about what you will do with those money when you start making them. I mean, let me tell you guys, that day is coming when your daily profit will be $30,000. Now, am I dreaming? No. Why? Because it has been done before. And if it can be done by one, it can be done by all. That's exactly what I want us to have the vision. So anytime you're tired, you're feeling sad, you're feeling stressed, you're feeling like quitting, just remember that day when it all makes sense to you. I mean, every money you've ever lost in your life, calculate all of them from the day you started trading, from the first cent of dollar you lost till the present one to the next one to the next one. You start making multiple of it in one day. I mean, all the money you've ever lost in your entire life will become a session, not even a day, a trading session profit. There's a guy that I respect a lot. This guy trades, I mean, in a day, not in a day, in 1 hour, 2 hours, he makes over $50,000. Now, do you know what I love about him? There was this particular trade he took one day. He made over $52,000. Actually, he's in Euro because he's in the Eastern Europe. He lives in Eastern Europe. So he's in Euro, in Europe. So when he convert the money from euros, you understand, to dollars, about $52,000. You know what he said? He said, now this will pay for his vacation. Do you know what he did? He called his girlfriend. They took their bags and then they got a private jet, took them to Greece, the private resorts. And that market paid for the vacation. I mean, you're going to get to a point where market pay for everything you want. You know, you want to pay school fees, you just say, hey guys, don't worry, I'm not going to pay from my pocket. Let me go to the market and come back with a lot of money. Now, you want to buy a house, you just go to the market and make your withdrawal. You want to do anything. I mean, even a lunch. Imagine you being at a very expensive restaurant, and then you know that this restaurant, you have friends and families, you want to buy things for them, and you just go to the market, you take some few pips, or you take some binary, and then you withdraw, and then you pay. Come on. You're going to be invisible. You're going to be very, very volatile, like the market that has high momentum. You're going to be a full body without wicks. You're going to be unstoppable. You won't even believe yourself at that level. You will never believe yourself. And the best part is when you start succeeding, companies will start looking for you. They give you their funds to trade for them. And you give them a little token while you take the most of the money. And this is not even your money. You can never be poor again. This is the only skill in the world that is residual in nature. I mean, it's a residual skill. And you know the meaning of residual. I mean, money that keeps coming even when after the effort has stopped. This time around, the skills that keeps giving you money for life, even when after the whole stress has stopped. This is so beautiful. Remember those three things: financial freedom, time freedom, location freedom. God bless you guys. Sleep well and think about all these things. I mean, think about them. Let them keep you awake. Because if you sleep, meaning nothing is happening in your life. You're supposed to be uncomfortable for you to get to the next level. God bless you. Love you all. Ciao.